Hello, hello. Got a Wednesday morning video. This is same deck I've posted. This is just a recap video. So what we're gonna do is I won't show the video or show the deck real quick. I won't go into detail. Show the deck that I was using for one of my Lackey Grand Prix games, and then I did a recording for the game. And what I'm gonna do whenever I was playing my opponent, they weren't able to join voice, and it was just me in voice. So I was like, well, you know what? I'm just going to commentate. So this is the ultimate Tyler Talks video. It is Tyler Talks about Tyler talking. So I wanted to show the deck real quick. This is what I'm going to be playing in the game, or this is what I did play. And there's a lot of, and this is the actual video, so we're going to start it. So you'll hear multiple audio, and I can mute that while I talk. So I'm going to have this running in the background real quick, and we'll keep this going. And while I bring up the deck I used, so one territory class enhancement. This was a test, and now it's implemented. Who saw that coming? I think disciples are extremely strong in a lot of ways, really hitting on a battle-centric dominance. I tend to have some soul gen that I can reuse with Harvest, Lawless, Imitate, and Bart. And I could always bounce Bart and reuse. I like having my add to battle. I like having a potential add to battle. And I like just playing dominance as soon as you block. This really gets around Antipasta and Saul. As soon as Saul blocks, he can grab something, and I can just Resurrection and band in John. And Matthias, I went with all good dominance for a late John. Usually I had a tough time having dominance for John the Fisherman. I also like going into a Bart or Matthew, really anyone. If I don't have initiative, I can play right on, and I can go into an Entertaining Angels, and I can get a big band there. It's just, there's so much stuff here that you can do. But I did a lot of other videos. I did 2 other videos about this offense where I really broke it down. So we're going to go back here and see, and I can rewind it for a little. So the big thing on this video is, I won't spoil what happened, but it's not letting the game get out of control and controlling your emotions, keeping a level head and knowing your deck. So we see my opening hand, no evil whatsoever, but I did have a prosperity that I could hit. And this is a tough hand of prosperity. I'm one of the rare people that says you don't always need to use prosperity. I like having prosperity there for instances where I can't block. I can't, which I know is literally this instance, and I'm not going to use it, where I need to recoup or better hand or something. I knew I had a way to Matthew, and I knew I was going to draw.
A 1, he got a 1, I got a 2.
I didn't see a card that I should discard for that, since I already had it. We're going to type in Lackey. We're seeing it goes. I already knew I had New Covenant and Angel from the Sun, and plenty of heroes down for Great Commission. So I really had whatever I needed. Interesting hand. I can go first. Okay. And from my hand, I can get whatever I want. And then go to Matthew. Probably generate some defense. I can't band a Matthew, though. Don't need Matthias. I would like to put down a hero for Great Commission to hit for 2. So I'm going to go ahead and do No stars for me. So that's where I'm explaining out loud what I pretty much just said. I can go to New Covenant and get whatever I need from my deck, and then I can play Simon Peter, and I also know I can bounce anyone as well with Send the Helper the turn after, so I can get New Covenant, get anything I want, and then get Spirit as a Dove as well to also get whatever I want. More than likely here you're going to generate more resources. I like grabbing Baptism of Jesus. Oh yeah, here you go. No stars. I think that's what I ended up doing. Any. You have any. No stars. Okay. My souls. So I will make a token. Yeah, I think I can golf. Oh, talking about golfing. Spoiler
I just told
alert.
Joey I think I'm in.
I was able to golf.
Okay.
Double spoiler. I did horrible that day.
Okay, and I missed the lawless. He got a martyr and an imitate. Martyr, imitate. He's playing Empty Tomb and some Disciples and an Angel of Harvest. I do like his decks. He thinks differently.
Oh yeah, I forgot in my intro. I've been gone for a
Okay.
few weeks.
So he did lawless. Okay.
2 weeks off-site
Alright, now I
for
can go.
off-site, 2 weeks away from home because the
I
client.
think I just go ahead and go to New Covenant here.
Shut up, Tyler. Traveling, and then went on a little snowboard trip, warm up for the season before my next one. So got to get a snowboard trip in, but it went 1 week, pretty much nonstop at the client's. Come back for a day, unpack, do laundry, pack again, go back out, come back late Wednesday night, leave Thursday for my snowboard trip. Got back late Tuesday, so I have been busy. So that's why I thought this would be a good video.
Baptism. And then I'm going to go to Matthew, and I'll have Baptism and Matthew off the rip.
Yeah, there you go. So I know my deck. Get Baptism, get
Shuffle.
a ton of additional resources, especially when I have no defense. This is why it's nice going first, why there's a huge advantage, because I can generate a lot of resources.
I think Angel from the...
Now here I put down Simon Peter to have the additional Great Commission, just in case there was an early band that I could interrupt and convert or shuffle both.
Sun. It's going to be the best move, and I put down a hero just in case he can have a band. Angel from the Sun to...
That's really thinking ahead.
Meta Matthew. Yeah, look at your hand. I will look at his hand, reveal to others. He's playing Herod's. I get a 1, 2, draw. I get a 3.
I mean, even that, Matthew, he get a hand look and a draw 3. With 3 brigades, like that's very common. That is so good.
And he can withdraw me. And he has a martyr. Reveal to others. None.
Let's go back to his hand real quick and see. This is a very common hand with Herod's being played so much. So Herodias' daughter is going to do too much here. I think she can take from deck or discard. Treachery, he can get something from his deck and withdraw me. He can get the draw. And then really the most common play is going to be going to Herod's Temple, reserving the top card, and going straight to a toss first turn. He would want to keep Matthew in battle for that, other than Simon Peter.
Me. And he has a martyr.
Definitely don't want to choose Simon Peter there when I can just band.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. Okay, so I'm drawing 3.
So I got an evil character. So I can kind of get through whatever. Don't really care to waste this Angel of the Lord early. I got a lot of firepower in general.
Okay, he's saying my board arrangement's unusual. It's lackey, man.
Hop over that.
Herod from deck. Okay.
Herod.
You may choose a hero to attack.
And he didn't take Herod's Temple
He
here.
does.
So we'll see if he got the block off this. because really the only thing there is a Christian Martyr. So I draw out his I draw out his Martyr. I don't need to use Angel Lord because I know he doesn't have anything else. Okay. But I don't think he let me do anything.
Then I can just come back in, but yeah, he can have it.
Yeah, he asked for a niche, so he wasn't even going to let me do anything here. So a couple things, not that I'm going to rip gameplay or anything, but we want to make everyone better. Going straight to Herod's Temple, A, gives you the protection up front. B, he knows I grabbed Baptism of Jesus. He can't really... You got to make a solid assumption there that I grabbed a battle winner hoping to draw and win the battle, that I didn't really have too much else there to use. When your numbers are that low, 4-6 against Herod the Great, you play Herod's Temple, you reserve the top card, you make it a toss. That's really it. He would have kept his Christian Martyr, and hold on. No passwords. So he uses Christian Martyr, doesn't do the temple. You owe it pretty much always let the opponent play the enhancement and then Christian Martyr.
Go ahead and turn this over. Put down an artifact, and I have 8 in hand. Now the issue is, it's really good that I only got to draw 3 for him, but not good for me. Isn't that crazy? I got a hand luck and a draw 3. Your turn.
All right, so I didn't think you really did anything too much there. Got land swapped out.
Kill her. Unbroken Covenant.
Okay, then he activates Broken Covenant.
Broken Covenant. New Testament. Nice. It's Hebrews. Yeah, Herodias is great.
Herodias really is so good right now. It messes with just about everyone but J.K. Powell's deck. I don't see enough Herodias. That is an extremely easy character to get down.
I love that he's playing Herodias.
There you go. And man, this guy talking.
Herodias very early.
He's smart.
And now he's on. Now it goes for me to turn 2, and I can't New Covenant my reserve, which I like to get good seed out turn 2.
Why am I Tyler talking over Tyler's Ox? This is ridiculous. So yeah, the biggest thing, you slap down Herodias early on, and you can get Judas. They can't draw pretty much, and they can't touch their reserve. You have such a massive advantage for something so easy to do. You can have Judas and Herodias down turn 1, turn 2. It is very strong.
I'm gonna lawless himself.
With Herod's Temple, and they're all protected.
And now he's gonna get another soul down. I imagine he just takes woes here, but he does have Herod's Guard, which is really good to have. Such a good card. I do wish, yeah, he took woes. I do wish Herod's Guard was only a prevent if it went to territory. Preventing and then going to deck is crazy. But good. You know what? That's the last of New Testament gold, so go out with a bang. So now he
Last
has
of New Testament Evil Gold. Also last of Evil Gold.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, throw it underneath. I keep forgetting he's asking me if it's okay in Discord. That's why I like playing Jay. It's very quick. And
I'm just gonna rush through that.
some empty tomb and some random stuff. Justin Martyr, Angel of the Harvest, an empty tomb hero.
So yeah, trying to remember what he
He's not
has.
really drawing anything good. To be honest, I didn't really fully look at his lawless on a good side. Yes, I don't need to know you're on the prep phase. You can just go into it. Jay, is this your man?
Sorry. Okay, we've rearranged our board. Let's get into it. Where are we at? Got some evil characters down. Got Herod's Temple down. Rearranging our
We're
board.
gonna draw 4, and here, and he will get a 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll get a draw 4, and all I will have is an Emperor Claudius. And
Yeah, so if he
grapes.
comes at me
So
with Matthew.
grapes won't work in that scenario. So he will have a 3 woes, and I don't restrict Doms. I'm protected from him, but he could just play it to negate, and then he would have used his woes in his martyr. So, and I can still generate a lot of resources still. Just a martyr, blow the lamb. I don't assume that he has falling away, so we'll see. Now, if he just goes blood of the martyr or just a martyr and get out blood of the lamb, then he'll be a 7, 8, 9, and then he'll presumably already has an enhancement to get around Claudius, so he'll negate me, draw 3, and then play an enhancement.
So that's just knowing the opponent. Like when you see their cards coming down, that's why it's such a great thing to keep characters in your hand or hand looking, revealing, whatever you can do to see, because I kind of knew what was going to happen. I see a lot of players that they have an archetype, they have a deck type, they have cards they want to play. That's kind of guilty for all top players to an extent. So when you know if Just a Martyr's in your deck that they're going to have a negate, draw 3, it's when you catch people off guard. It's when you have those random cards in there, and you know when to use them. Let's say both Allsteads are really good at that. I think Jaden probably picked up on that from his brother. You'll see deck lists, and it's like, why is that in there? Like, what is that for? It's for the rare occasions where you can still take people off guard. There used to be a lot of this back in older play. I've been doing a lot of research for Mr. Classic and going through essentially scrolls only decks where looking at common cards, offenses, defenses, winning decks, and going through conversations from the forums where you would see people's reasoning. That's why the forums are so great. You would see people's reasoning behind cards they chose. Habakkuk Stands Watch, for example, was in a couple top decks, and that's because there was some sight lock decks running around, and instead of just having a sight that was multi-brigade, it was Dragon Raid. I don't even know if people know what that card is anymore. You would have a card that can still be used situationally and in battle.
And get around Claudius.
So when you know... This guy keeps interrupting me. So when you know what's coming, you can be prepared for it better. You can block or attack based on what's coming. When you rescue from hand or block from hand, or you have different enhancements that aren't usually played, it's really good. Like I like playing Seize him in my reserve with Saul, for example. So let's see what he does.
What he took, but
Herod's Treachery goes to Saul. Very common defense right now. So pretty much all Herods with Saul. He's going to go to Matthew here.
Not plenty, but all I have is a Claudius. So
and I don't have anything.
I assume he has 1 battle winner to go with his 3 woes to get around my Claudius. And then I'm going to have to generate some resources and do some damage to his Herods. So he negates me. And he does get to draw 3. And then he gets to play. I teach this kid shorthand.
So, gets the negate, gets the draw 3.
You don't got to tell me negate Claudius. It is literally the only evil card I have out. Or in hand.
So, still doing the right thing. I don't need to make fun. I think that's a crowd's choice here. So we're gonna talk about this. He knew I had nothing. He saw Emperor Claudius and no evil in my hand whatsoever. So we'll see what he gets here, but maybe he had nothing else to play, but he's already negating me. Literally any battle winner
Claudius
would work here.
3. He said good. Okay. Playing crowd's choice is good, so he didn't draw into anything.
Yeah, that's my assumption.
Choice, and he's probably going to go into just any battle winner that he can get value from.
And he goes to the Ascension, and this gave him a lot of value at this play.
He's got some stuff.
So if you wonder how, okay, well, we'll back it up.
So he gets to band in any number of New Testament heroes.
So here's actually we'll let him do this real quick.
If ran, toss the next, convert to draw 2. Okay.
So we look at his deck, 22 cards.
Okay, so there he goes.
Shut up, Tyler. We look at his hand, 7. We look at his deck, 22. He's going to band in a lot of people here and do a bunch of stuff. He already had won the battle. All he had to do was play a battle winner. Now, maybe he didn't have one, so he just went to Ascension to do a lot. But he generated a lot more resources here, which was really good. Keep the pressure on.
Got some stuff in his hand.
We're just going to talk about something after this.
Just beat me by sheer numbers. He's converting to draw 2. So far, so bad. I'm going to get my butt kicked by Kayden. So.
Okay, so we're going to see what he does real quick.
Okay. I would have 100% ripped through my deck for something.
Yeah. All right, that's what I'm about to say. With Gabriel, he did not go through my deck to reserve an evil card. You take out woes in that situation. Like pretty much all day or another evil dom. Assuming that, Christian Martyr or whatever. You reserve a dominant 99% of that time. You reserve an evil dom. It's very, very difficult to get back an evil dominant. So once it's reserved, he already won the battle. He saw my hand. He knew he won the battle. He generated additional resources. All you got to do, you play the additional pressure at this point. You generate a lot of resources, and you get to take a massive resource out of my deck. So the right play, in my opinion, I think all day here is reserving a dominant from my deck. Now we look, still at 9 cards in his hand somehow. 19 in his deck. And he's gone through some dominance.
He can reserve a dominant right there.
And that's what he got. You saw no evil in my hand. You just generated a bunch of resources.
Sorry, card game fanatic. I'll read your stuff later.
And you can play 5th Seal to have a martyr in the discard pile. You can go right back for Blood of the Lamb next turn.
Or off.
Slight oversight on his part. I've done this before. Unity Silver on this character.
Okay.
So he doesn't do anything. So he gets Prosperity. A bunch of characters down. He has 9 in hand. 18 in deck. He 20 card advantage on me right now, and he went second. Usually you could always tell by the board state who's winning. You watch a lot of games that Jaden plays. He has board state on a lot of his opponents. It's good to know. That's usually indicative of momentum and who has control.
Go straight to Martyr. He used Kraut's choice. It's my turn. Imitate. Draw 3. Go straight to my upkeep. I don't have anything, so I have to imitate his Lawless. I don't have any stars, so I'll imitate his Lawless because I do not have anything. Reveal to all top 6. Humble goes down, that's fine. I don't even have an evil character to play Stricken on, so I take, I think, Woes and hope I Justin Martyr. Reassuring Angel goes to discard pile, so I can go to Matthew. I don't think Stricken's going to be enough, but maybe Woes clinging, if I draw into something, will be.
Okay, so we're going to talk about that. I have no defense here. Kayden has 18 cards left in his deck. He has a massive board advantage. He has advantage whether it's attacking or defending. He's negating my neutrals. He's restricting my reserve. Not a lot here I can do. So, luckily his Ministering Spirit wasn't triggered because of Unity Silver. Like it wasn't going to activate. And I drew again and I had no evil. So, you grab the Woes, which should have been reserved by Gabriel. You grab the Woes, and then you go back, knowing Matthew's in my discard pile. No Reassuring Angel goes to him. So I can go back to Matthew to draw, because I had to at this point. Oh, I got water. I was going to say, if this coffee ain't doing it. Alrighty. So I have to go back to Matthew here to draw, just to get some sort of defense. I don't play a super light defense, so it's kind of frustrating not being able to do anything. But I knew my deck. I knew how to play it. I knew I have defense in here. I know I can block. Constantly looking at his deck, seeing, okay, 18 cards. That's really not a lot. He's only got the one. Maybe get a block on him and we're good here. Okay. So we take Woes. What just happened?
Right, didn't see it.
Okay. So I took Woes.
Reveal, move, top of, nope, remove.
Man, this guy's not good at Lackey. Oh, there you go. All right, so what he did here, so we'll go back. So I revealed top. I imitated his Lawless.
Where? Oh. You're right. You're right.
So I imitated his Lawless to gain defensive, to gain a defensive card. And which you got to look at the board. One, you can't miss upkeep. You miss upkeep, you miss all that right there. So, two, you don't know how your cards interact. You'd also miss that. That being imitating their upkeep or imitating their Lawless. As I say all this, he was negating my neutrals. So that's what we did. We undid everything.
So now I'm just going to go Reassuring Angels, and I'm going to have to go to Matthew. He doesn't have anything that punishes me.
So very important what I just did there too. He doesn't have anything that punishes me. Constantly check the board state, even though I just missed to negate neutrals. Which it's very difficult when everything's like this to see what's out there.
He's a Herodias.
And that's just a component of Lackey.
Even if it's I'm not drawing into it.
All right, we got it, Tyler. You got to draw. That's what you do.
Yeah. So I do think that. There you go. Wow, a lot of good stuff coming up. There you go. That's frustrating.
Yeah, a lot of defense.
Okay.
What am I doing here? Why didn't I go to Matthew?
To Bart. I don't even have an evil character for grapes. Okay, I think I gotta switch up my deck.
Okay, that's what it was. So I had looked at my deck and I knew that even if I Matthewed, I wasn't going to draw into defense next turn. That's important here as well. I think I talk about it. This is no good. Just completely honest. Come on, Tyler, get to the point.
Search deck for Blood of the Lamb. Or I go Simon to Bart. I don't even have an evil character for grapes. Okay, I think I gotta switch up my deck.
Yeah. So I knew, based on the Imitate Lawless, that I got to see the top 6. And there was no good cards coming up. Or no evil. There was no ways for me to block. So even if I went Matthew and draw, like Reassuring Angels to Matthew, he still would have gotten straight to, like he would have gotten the next Lost Soul. And then I wouldn't know if I have defense again. So I wonder, I still think you go to Matthew there. You get the hand look and the draw, knowing you're getting thinning out your deck even more. But I think I knew I had to shuffle my deck, and I was still going to be able to get some sort of cards going. Like if I shuffled my deck and then went Blood of the Lamb.
Good stuff coming up.
Yeah, that's what it was. So I knew I would lose the Lost Soul if I went straight to Matthew. So if I went Reassuring Angels to Matthew, then I lose the Lost Soul next turn when he attacks. But if I go Justin Martyr, search my deck, I get the deck shuffle, then I get to play Blood of the Lamb, and I get to draw 3, and I could get an evil character and play Grapes. Or an evil character and play Clinging to Power to gain something else. So that's what it was. Knowing that I wasn't going to be able to block next turn off of Matthew, I wanted to still have a plenty good enough attack for the most part. Like, I still have Great Commission, and I was going to have Blood of the Lamb, and I still have a discard. It's just not in CBN.
Restricting Saul, and what's he grabbing? So good. You don't get to touch your reserve, I get to touch mine.
That sounded kind of weird.
I don't think I can give him initiative here.
So I just drop Angel on him.
Now I didn't get the draw, though.
Correct. So I didn't get the draw, but the thing with Saul, I suspected he just had a splash Saul and nothing else. So he had no one to play. Like, once you grab unsuccessful with Saul, you kill Saul, that unsuccessful does nothing. All right. Sorry, I paused. Got some more coffee and cleared my throat. All right.
But I did switch up my deck.
And we're back.
I don't even have an evil character.
I don't know why I told you I paused.
He is going to walk in and get a Lost Soul. Right.
No need for me telling you all that. Okay, so yeah, he's going to walk in. I don't get to... So here's the thing. I suspected Saul was his only Gravel character. He was going to get a block off me. I want Saul gone anyway, so using Angel here is fine. He already used Christian Martyr. I wasn't worried about that. I don't think there was really too much else unless he had Falling Away. So you get rid of Saul. You at least still get a Lost Soul here, even though he's going to get one next turn.
Angel Saul. Okay, do 1-1. And I can put down Bart, and he will walk in. So unfortunate. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, knowing he's going to walk in, it's about to be essentially, you got to look at the score as if it's going to be 4-1. Because he doesn't play the big two and he can walk in. All right, what's he doing here? He's going Angelic Guidance, gets to look at my hand. So he can see, once again, there is nothing I can do here. Here's the attack you do every single time. You go Gabriel, you rip something else out of their deck. Every time, especially when he knows 3 woes is still in there. Because he negated my Imitate Lawless. He has 14 cards in his deck. So he'll have 2. Spit it out, Tyler. So if I can take out Herodias and... Alright, this is where I start saying what I need to do. So, this is important. I guess I would say listen up, but there's 2 Tylers talking and interrupting each other, so I'll shut up. Seize him on his SO God, Son of God. So I do have to get a seize him. Discard unsuccessful to drop 3. There's one lady. So he does, I mean, he's got 14. He's going to have 11 in his deck. So he's got 11 cards left in his deck. I just don't know if he has a lot of firepower. But he doesn't need it. That's what sucks. Good point. Like, I think he has a banding offense. Matthew, like, he gets 2. He can play Son of God for 3. Let's see where I was saying. Best bet here. Reassuring to Matthew, like, he gets 2. He can play Son of God for 3. And if I don't draw souls, as he goes to a harvest. See, I was trying to say maybe he gets 1, or he definitely gets 1 here. And he's Son of God, and then maybe there's a Soul Drought I can do for a turn. But then he got a harvest. So he puts a token over there. Lost Soul. So he's got 10 in deck. Can't touch my reserve. My neutrals are negated. Which even then, it's like, I don't care so much. Yeah, now he's getting out the top. You may create a lost soul token in opponent's land of bondage. Look at that. This dude will not lose by soul. So once again, he should have gone in with Gabriel. X equals 5. X equals your gospel angels. Yes, 5. There's nothing I can do here. So he makes it. Just going through his deck, like, he had sheer advantage at that point. Maybe he's just going for the, like, what's going through his mind is he gets to 2, gets the big 2, and goes to 4, knowing that he can probably walk in next turn. But he had nothing left in his deck, and I haven't been able to get a block yet. So I know if I can just get 1 block in, then I feel like I'm good. Oh. Sheer board advantage. My neutrals are negated. Jay goes, how did you only get 3? Look at that. I just drew 3 to no evil. So you can tell there I'm a little frustrated. It's... I know I'm not super competitive. Especially for this Lackey Grand Prix. It was more so the reasoning for joining was to not just ask people to play test a rule that we want, but to actually be involved in it as well. But it's not that I enjoy losing by any means. Like Jeremy and I played, and I still remember the misplay I did, and a miss I did as well, to where it's felt like that game goes either way. Jeremy wins, I lose, and that's essentially it, you know. So I remember those misplays, which that's good. You should remember mistakes you made. Make sure you don't do them again. Improve and get better. I knew I was a little frustrated because I couldn't even block. Like, I couldn't even have a chance to block. So once again, no evil. I drew 3.
I am not meant to win this game.
So you can hear my attitude right there too. You got to keep that in check. Think a little differently. I'm not about vibes or manifesting the universe, and if you are, that's fine. Whatever. What's it called? Signs. What's your sign? But you need to know when you're starting to think a certain way, it's definitely going to cloud your judgment, and you need to have a clear mind when you're going into a game or in the middle of a game. Something's not going right for you. How do I get around this? What do I need to do to navigate through this?
Okay. Upkeep, negated. I mean, that's huge.
And if you're getting flustered, like I took my deep breath there, and I still, boom, okay, let's go to upkeep. What can I do? All right, nothing. What's the next thing? And him and I are messaging in Discord.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to go to Matthew here. I'm going to have to draw.
I think I go reassuring. I go reassuring.
Yeah, it's not even a
And
question.
I need to make sure you exchange a 0 with a disciple in hand, deck, or discard.
Just double checking.
Gains clay. So this is supposed to be D heavy angels. Rescue. So that go here, here, here. I think I have to flip him for Meek, and I look at his hand.
So even then, a lot of people just automatically flip
I'm
Matthew.
A lot of drawing. 1, 2, 1, 2,
Whoops.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for max. Protected from Doms. No, I'm not. That's Domitian. I do get a lot of draws here, so that's good. Your block. Draw some defense, please.
All right, so
Not a single enhancement. Well, luckily I have
what are
clean.
you talking about? You got
so I can get
duplicity,
something from my
Ty.
deck. You're good. Well, I did have a bottle of waters that I've drank during this match, so luckily it'll be quick so I can pee.
See, look at the
I
positives.
generate a lot here.
Yeah.
Like I can.
No, I can't. And I find that out in a second.
Oh no, I can't. What are you talking about? You attacked and drew into. You're already done. I'm nuts. Just
Right.
Son of God, Second Coming, Resurrection, and 3 woes in it.
So let's see what he blocks with here.
Yeah.
So I know at least I have block. Got duplicity and clinging.
So let's see here.
And then he's going to
It's
futile.
a 4-3. What he doesn't realize is it's my initiative.
No, it's not.
Yeah, futile. I mean, maybe he doesn't realize it.
No, you don't realize it, dummy.
Now he has Herod's Temple. No. I'm a 4-6.
Learn to count, Ty. Come on.
4-3. Wait. Hold on. No, wait. My bad. One sec.
There are great players in
I think I just
person
go
and great players in
right on
wacky.
here.
And I am not a great lackey player. So once I figured out how to count, really probably just go right on.
I think I go right on and play Baptism, but I would only get a draw 1.
Yeah, because my hand's at 16. And I'm still trying to generate a little bit of resources.
Do I have woes? I don't have woes, so I can't blow up his Herodias, which sucks. So if I do Second Coming to woes, negate his temple, I can then ride on to AOC and get a block off Herod.
Okay, so knowing your deck, knowing your cards, knowing what you can do, knowing what you have to get around. I know that I have Saul. I know a lot of my enhancements live in the reserve, my evil enhancements to block. I know I'm going to need those to block his attacks coming up. I'm going to have to get rid of his Herodias, who is protected by Herod's Temple. And there's only one way to do that.
And I know that sounds crazy, but that's what I mean.
And I'll say it again.
So if I do Second Coming to woes, negate his temple, I can then ride on to AOC and get a block off Herod. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's what I'm gonna do. And then,
so you see, I thought it quick. You want to make your moves, quickly, at least within the 30 seconds. So I knew what I was gonna do. Said, all right, let's do it. Let's blow them all up.
it'll be Second Coming to
Yep. So woes, and
negate
this is where he said,
temple.
"Uh-oh."
Herodias. Like I have to.
Yep. Got to get rid of Herodias. Played right on there. So I double dominant to a triple dominant. Played Second Coming to get to woes, and then wosed his temple, and then played right on.
You did. You're all dead. Your whole defense is dead. And he has 9 cards in deck. And I think he put all his defense down.
Yeah,
They're all dead.
little excited there.
Hope you got evil characters left. Deck. Do I get the soul? And I can definitely generate resources. Discard pile.
So at least now we both don't have any evil.
I don't have a way to add to battle.
So I'm worried about his Angel
I need a
Lord.
banding card. I need Terrifying Beast.
This is where I know what I
from
need,
deck.
and I go get it.
Let's see. I have 10 in hand.
Put down some stuff. You'll see what I put down. That's fine to put down Goliath. Usually that's an early turn. He actually came out of the updated version. And I brought Nicodemus in, as what I showed y'all at the beginning of the video, is the updated version, where I brought in Nicodemus and Fear of Man. Goliath came out. Just a Martyr package came out. And now it's at 50 cards. I can put down Goliath. Not really too concerned about him. And then Angel from the Sun was down. So he goes New Covenant, Chamber of Angels. He grabs Eternal Inheritance, so I know he's trying to set up for the win.
Simon. They don't think I owe money on my taxes, so.
Wait, what? Oh, I said I was going to do my taxes.
Reserve. May band. Oh, he's not. He's taking Child is Born. So he wants to band after the fact. Now, if I do Terrifying Beast and kill him, the issue is I don't want to give him special initiative. You may reveal, and I don't have to do that with Domitian, so I can go Terrifying Beast to Domitian. Does Goliath band he's trying to lure me into a Goliath.
Yeah, I'm not going to fall for that one. He was messaging on in Discord,
Does Goliath negate the non-band?
and he was...
Yeah, you want Big Papa G?
He clearly wanted Goliath to come in and
So I think I discard
switch his heroes he had.
Joanna and territory. His woes is negated. It says woes is me. That's funny. I will block with discard a character. Its owner may underdeck. Targeting Joanna. And then I think I ban to Saul here. And I ban to... I think I ban to Saul. The thing is, or if I ban to Domitian, then I just play Grapes on Domitian.
I'm worried about his Angel Lord. Like if I give initiative and Angel Lord and all that.
Reveal. Dominish.
Okay, so what I'm worried about here is that gave him special inish. If I did Domitian, he plays an interrupt, kills one. I don't have special initiative because there's 2 evil characters in battle, and then he just goes to Angel Lord, and that's pretty much a good game. So that's what I'm worried about. And he said no, it wasn't my Dominish, and I got worried.
He plays Resurrection.
Well, no, I wasn't really worried because I was like, well, he can't Angel right now. That'd be a misplay.
Brings back Joanna. Answers my question. And Joanna. Oh, okay. Discard everything that he has and holds dear to his heart. But RDJ. Okay, so now I have initiative. And I can
Okay, so he played the big 2. He's got 10 cards in hand, 5 in deck. Played the big 2, and I'm counting his dominance at this point because that's 6.
Straight to RDJ and not use my Grapes of Wrath, and I will discard everything that he has and holds dear to his heart. But he tosses the first. He tosses the first. No, he doesn't. It blocked from hand.
Yeah, you wish.
5. Oh wait, 4. That's 9. Yeah, so I have to play. I have to play Grapes here, because if not, he goes Eternal Inheritance and wins. So I play Grapes, and shuffle him, because I don't have initiative. You know what's funny? It's both my Emperors are in here. I don't get to draw 3 on Daenerys. Now,
So right there, went ahead and Grapes.
You know what's funny? It's both my Emperors are in here. I don't get to draw 3 on Daenerys.
Yeah, both my Emperors were in the discard pile. Go with Grapes there, and keep the duplicity and all that for another block.
Now, I have 2. So even if I rescue another, and then Son of God, it's not enough. The only thing is, does he have Angel?
That is the question. And that's, once again, keeping up with their dominance, knowing what they have.
So if I negate his neutrals, if I negate his neutral negator, whatever. Did I use my territory class this turn? Place in territory. Oh, it's my turn. Back's going, and I think that's the move.
What's the move?
So, my neutrals are negated right now, and it is my upkeep. What to move woes to. So, do I negate neutrals and get my artifacts going? And I think that's the move. Negate res revealer. And now I can I don't need to play a New Testament or a territory class. Like, even the territory class cards in my deck, like, I don't need them. I mean, I would like them, but like, I can New Covenant to Good Seed.
I really didn't get to use a lot of enhancements.
And he discards that.
This is where I'm talking about. He has paying taxes out because I 3-woesed his Resurrection Revealer, so I can use my neutrals. That's one of those cards that I talked about. That's just kind of, where did that come from? You're negating neutrals, and then you have paying taxes as well. So I would rather this be a territory class negate, like a GAM speech or something, in my opinion.
And then I go 4 decoin to draw 4.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to lure his paying taxes. This caught me off guard, though. Negate neutrals and then throw this down. It's like, oh, okay. So now I still had to 3 woes Revealer.
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to do this.
Yep, so let's see what he negates. So I discard, I get to draw 4.
Bunch.
And he doesn't negate it. So, win-win. And now I know he's going to negate the next one. Yeah, I do send the helper and he negates it. And I get Matthew back. He says no.
And get the draw 2, and then all he has. I think I go. Card is wicked scary.
Now I've got Son of God,
just go
Resurrection.
Peter to John.
No, never do that.
And get the draw 2, and then all he has is protect his cards from heroes. And I just bounce them with Matthias.
No, it should have been Peter to
But
Bart.
beforehand,
And then Resurrection.
I do want to Son of God his. It doesn't matter. Humble. Oh, I'm sorry. That one.
Punisher. Dummy.
So my.
Alright, get to it. This should have been Bart. I mean, it could have been Matt. It doesn't matter. I just wanted to ban. Should not have done John here.
That's my rescue.
Andrew would have been really good.
And I can do. Okay. I'm just gonna go straight to a resurrection, I think. Not your niche. Hand. I don't know why I didn't even. That was so. I don't bounce. I don't have a way to bounce Matthew. 1, 2, and 3. And I'll bounce you.
And I don't get to look because I used Son of God first.
Negating John. I don't.
You know what we should do? We should look at. We have the videos of Lackey Grand Prix. We could review them. We, just whoever, can review and say where we think. Like, we could judge videos. Judge isn't the right word. Critique score. Based on misplays and how the game turned out. And you can give like a rating. Not that it would mean anything or not that it would matter, but it would be like a. Like here. There was no reason for me to play. I think the reasoning for Son of God was because I had too many brigades out for Punisher, and I needed to negate that. So maybe that was my reasoning. But using Resurrection first, I couldn't use Matthias, or the rest of his ability, but B, I wanted John up front.
I don't know why I didn't even.
We'll see.
That was so stupid, Tyler. Because all you had to do was go Simon Peter to Bart.
Yeah.
Show him Resurrection. Abandon John Matthias.
Do I get any sort of opportunity to woes that? And yeah, could if you wanted. Or was I CBI? So I still got it. Okay, so that wasn't a blunder. That's okay.
Okay. Go to Saul. I need to know my deck. I don't have another.
So I said I need to know my deck, and I looked at my discard knowing what's in there. I don't remember if that's a legal play anymore. Sorry.
I don't play with Nero. Play Angel Lord, then
I was once again
give him initiative.
Yeah, worried about
And
Angel.
I do Saul of Tarsus. Angel. Oh, he's got Johanna.
See who he gets here. I
Hot.
forgot. Back to Matthew. Which just was weird. I would have just came in with a
Eternal
big
Inheritance,
band.
Negate. So if I go Terrifying Beast
Oh, he's trying to play Internal Inheritance.
and discard him, like I immediately put him in SI,
Special Initiative.
and he already played the Ascension. So maybe he has Entertaining Angels.
I know he likes that card.
D-
So I was super worried about
I can choose the blocker
Angel Lord here. And it was 4/4.
and make it to where I have initiative, but I don't know if he has Angel of the Lord.
So I go ahead and I put him in,
So he has to underdeck a card from hand.
yeah, put him in Special Inish.
He'll abandon all his guys. He'll play Child is Born and abandon his guys.
And if he does that, he gives me a Nish.
That's not bad.
And he does.
And it's not a human. He can underdeck a beast. And I couldn't do anything. He could just Angel Lord me.
Yeah, so he can underdeck Beast and the Angel Lord.
If
I
he
was
does.
very concerned about Angel. He has
If
one
so,
card left
hey,
in deck.
Hats off to him.
Massive band.
Me. Yes, Reth, what did you see in the game that was wrong? I think it's been a clean game.
Don't worry. Renee messaged me saying what was missed
Yeah.
or questions.
Excuse me. Gabe, if you heard that, I'm sorry.
What did I say?
I am thirsty. Oh, excuse me. Gabe, if you heard that.
Oh,
Sorry.
Gabe, if you heard that, because we were going to be watching all the recordings.
And
Now everyone heard it.
It still doesn't matter, though. He does have Comforting Cherub's not going to bother with Soul. Oh, and he said you're an ish.
Yep, there it is. Because, yeah, that's where I know. And in the background, he said, please don't, like, please no RDJ. I was like, no, you're
He said, please don't RDJ.
Yeah, he got blown up. Sorry. So you got AOC and RDJ. That's tough.
Jules are gone. No. Heroes in territory were protected.
Yeah, so I'm letting him know, like, who stays alive.
5? You better win.
So if we remember how this game started, he got out to a start. I had no defense. He got out to another Lost Soul. I still had no defense. And being able to claw back to 4-4, essentially look at the board state, completely changes. Yes, he still has a lot of cards. He has chamber out. That temple's not doing anything for him. Patmos isn't going to do anything for him. So he's got a martyr and a Matthew and an evil character. So definitely momentum
So
shift.
he's not negating my neutrals, so I can.
Yep. So my neutral's back.
So I think it's New Covenant territory class. Grab I am he. Oh, I don't have a dom.
Yeah, so my he isn't going to work.
Template
So I can't
started.
reveal a dom.
DJ touch chamber. No, it is. So it's pilot killing his, not killing his dude. But what you call it?
So
he discarded fifth seal. Oh no, that's your terrifying beast fodder.
Oh well.
So reveal a good dominant to toss.
So here I pretty much
Now,
think
if
I
go to
can
my
just
discard,
pilot him
I
to
play
death or
1,
terrifying
2,
beast him to death.
3, 4, 5, and like it is the New Testament.
Oh, my
great
woes is
enhancement.
reserved.
What brigade is woes? This game has been an emotional roller coaster.
Him and I are just messaging in the background.
Back, if anything, it would. He's protected from the next, and he can.
What'd I
should
take?
Probably be the last turn given the board state. If I go to level 1, like his Herod isn't gonna do anything. He's protected from the next, and he can exchange. And he's an 11-9.
Prevent
and
the
then
next.
I can just
Or
negate.
protect the next. I forget. See, I got a lot of
I think I'm gonna look at my deck though.
battle winners.
I know I have a love one another. Oh yeah, because he's gonna be protected. Or he
Preventing.
prevents
There you
the
go.
next good. And then he does have a futile.
So I knew he had futile inquisition. So he's preventing the next. He had a
I guess that's
futile.
what I have to do. I gotta turn this over.
That'll give me love one another.
Because if he's gonna prevent the next, right? If blocking prevent the next good card played in battle, and he's an 11-9, that's protected. But I don't want to give him initiative at all. So who's my smallest guy? It's probably a 4-6. Now, if he has falling away, am I going crazy? Like he has 7 dominance. If he has falling away, then he gets me. You may search deck or reserve or discard pile if it contains a monitor. And I'd be a 7-5, but I would lose access to baptism. So I think the number one play here is Matt for initiative. I want to look in my deck to see if there's anything in there though. And I'm going to. Like I could have gone Simon and it's just Herod Agrippa. I might have screwed that up and just Simon Herod Agrippa. But if he has falling away, it doesn't matter. Like that's the biggest thing. And I don't have a
Andrew
band.
was the play here. And I think I knew that.
This doesn't do anything. I can ban to his. I can be protected. I guess I'll take that. All right. Lil old Meek Matt. If he prevents the next,
So forgetting that I remembered he had futile. And there's no Golgotha. There's no, like, it's not CBP. There's no, there's Humble Lost Soul. And he had 8 cards in hand. So yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Put down Saul. Go to Spirit as a Dove to Andrew. And get my hand down. To negate. I needed to negate enhancements there. Maybe even bounce Simon Peter.
It prevents the next. If blocking, you may equip.
He had a massive defense. So this came out of nowhere. Like, I blew up. I thought that was it. Like, he has 0 cards in deck. And he goes to Foreign Horses. This was it. This was the last turn.
I used a search. But I didn't need to.
Yeah, I didn't have to. But really what would have been best there is Andrew
And
knowing he has futile.
Yep.
Yep.
And he gets to end the battle.
In a stalemate.
Stalemate.
And that was it. That would have been game right there for me. That was his block.
Ooh.
Oh, well.
Pick
And let's see if he can get it. Come on, Kayden.
everything down. Then I can just I can choose the blocker ministry.
He has 3 cards in reserve, 0 in deck, 6 cards in hand.
He did.
And he got the futile block on me off of Foreign Horses and Executioner. I thought that was his only defense left. I had no other way to look at his hand. Great block.
I went second coming to woes with right on. I think I just go Terrifying Beast. Am I crazy? Oh my gosh, I'm crazy. Shipwrecked. I didn't see it.
That was his 7th
That's
dom.
his 7th. 1, 2, 3.
Now I know I have the block.
5, 6, 7. He can't get around a Saul.
Is that legal?
I don't think he can. I don't think he can beat Saul unsuccessful.
No, he can't. Spoiler alert.
Wow.
Yep, 7-5. Boom. There it is. 4-2 Saul at the end. Yep, now he's showing me he has Entertaining Angel and all that. And then I show flex back on him. So yeah, that was a phenomenal game. Well played by Kayden. I really wanted to show the importance of composure, knowing your deck, and seeing momentum shifts. That was a really good game for momentum swings. So knowing what I had to do to claw back and knowing it's not the end of the game, even though it looked like it at the very beginning. Knowing that I couldn't touch my reserve, like I couldn't access my reserve. He's a negate neutrals, like all sorts of stuff. And there wasn't really much I could do. Got to be able to find ways out of that, but you also, it's John early talks about this, winning in the deck building phase. When you're building a deck, you have to know how to get out of situations. Like you build for that. So I knew what I needed in my deck and how to play it. Now my only thing was definitely missed, and it's hard to do it in Lackey. When you discard cards in person, it's a lot easier to see. But Kayden discarded Shipwreck. I didn't see, and he had no cards left in deck. So seeing that, knowing there's a potential 7th Dom, you got to also play around what do they have. So I hope you all enjoyed. How long is this video? I got time to talk. If you all didn't hear enough, Tyler talking. Yeah, definitely a fun video. Tyler talks while Tyler talks. So we ended up with a 4-4 tie here. Futile Inquisition for the win. And I wonder if he still could have blocked if it was just like Andrew if I didn't get my hand down, or if he blocks from hand to get his hand down. So it's a CBP. Probably still blocks there. He got the Foreign Horses on me. Phenomenal play. So overall, Kayden, phenomenal game. like I said, I really like how Kayden builds decks. Like, yeah, Ministering Spirit can come out for something else. But overall, that was a big defense. Fast deck, and he had Herodias, Chamber of Angels, and Resurrection Revealer to really just stop what you're doing. He can hit you a lot of different ways. You can easily fit Judas in here as well. Ministering Spirit can come out for Judas, and you're hitting them everywhere. I think we're going to see a shift back to board oppression because people are going to realize it's still really good and it's still really easily obtainable. But everyone wanted board oppression turn 1. No, you can still get a turn 2 and 3. You could still have turn 1 negating different aspects. It's just not everything. So we'll realize it's still good, and we'll play for it or towards it, whatever you want to say. So keep that in mind, that I wouldn't necessarily play Ministering Spirit because that means all Silver Unity, which isn't bad. Sorry, John Early. It isn't bad. I just think Resurrection Revealer, Judas with like Chamber and Herodias is really, really good. You could easily put in Priest of Zeus and stuff like that as well in black-gray. Or you can do Herodias with Herods and still do gray and have Herods and gray and all sorts of crazy stuff. So overall, great game, 4-4 tie. Maybe I'll do a recap on Lackey Grand Prix on another video. I have some more ideas and decks I want to show, but I do have to switch mindset into Israel's Rebellion playtesting and Mr. Classics, which Friday is Scrolls only, so I need to be playing Scrolls only and deck building and researching for Scrolls only and simultaneously building for playtesting as well. So a lot going on, so I try to get videos out while I can. I have a normal schedule. I'm not going to be traveling in March until the last week, I think, or the second to last week. So I should be good to go. Have some videos come out in March. Got some more fun things planned eventually. We'll get there. And that should be it. So this is the end of Tyler Talks during Tyler Talks. Thanks, y'all.